Hey guys, this is Tigers coming back to you with Craftymon, and I believe episode 16? I believe. Yeah, episode 16, because episode 15 was renovations. So today guys, we are gonna be starting to make the enchantment room. What we don't get done, I will finish in between episodes and show you next time. But we should be able to get most of it done. I think the only problem is going to be a case of running out of bookshelves. Now, guys, if you look very much right behind me, you'll see a tower sort of thing. First thing, done a few things in between episodes. Now, thing number one, it's going to be easy to show from up here. Obviously, all that was done. Not even gonna try. All that was done done between episodes. This room has now been dug out and split into two. There are three chests down here. Those three chests contain what was dug from this room and what was dug from this room. Now, I've been getting a load of zombie villagers and no way to cure any of them. But, guys, basically, this room is just going to be one room. That. And basically just have a villager trading hall. Bunch of villagers around here that I can just trade with, and I might potentially, depending on, probably not, to have a way that the zombie can just go around the back, just so I can essentially get the price of it cheaper, but I might not, I might, who knows. And then the brewing room in here, the lab, is what I'm going to basically call it. Now, first things first is I need to do an outline, and I'm going to use stone bricks to basically have this is where the wall's going to be. Now, guys, it's not that light in here. And obviously, yes, I will need to sort it, and at some point I will. Also, guys, to get grass in both, to get grass in here, I had to mine away some of this and just let some of it grow, and it has. I did need to put torches down. Those won't be staying there because I don't think torches are going to look nicest. Plus, when these are both done, it's essentially smaller quarter-based rooms. Like, smaller, built-in sort of small rooms. Lighting will be so much easier. I could chuck a torch, that wall, and I'd be fine. But with something like this, I need two on that, and just four over. I need 6, 7. I placed a load around, and it was still kind of dark. But get to the other thing. I realized two things. One, I need XP, and my usual way before having access to the end is a zombie mob spawner, and basically just making a zombie mob farm, using a zombie spawner, turning it up, changing it basically changing it to be a zombie spawner. You know, digging it out, all that lot. And it's well, I don't really want to go and look for one. But I was I also need bones. Because if I'm going to be using wood, it's going to be a lot easier to basically have a bunch of bone meal and basically be able to do it that way. Now, I have almost a stack of cherry logs. I don't know if I'm going to end up using them, who knows. And then a decent bit of birch. But that is a mob spawner. Now, I did follow a tutorial, I can't remember what one, but in the tutorial the person's so you don't get spiders in here, you just want to put a few, slabs just around to stop them from spawning. I didn't, because, it's not going to be too much of a problem. At some point I'll have, an enchanted sword, and it won't be, so far it's not been. Guys, I have spare axes and pickaxes, just because this is my third or fourth axe. I've gone through a good bit of iron, in other words. And my newest pride and joy, bridge. Guys, don't ask me why. I really like bridges. I like making them now. I don't know why. Like, it's a nice little bridge. I wanted to make sure you can still get a boat through, and you can. It's nice and sturdy. It's got slabs underneath to make it look a bit nicer. It's all done down. And it's a nice, sturdy bridge. I basically wanted a way to get from, like, over here to over there, because the mob farm is, like, over there. And yes, while you don't need to swim, you can still get back to, like, I can still get back to my house where I swimming. I need to come all the way over to here, go past the iron farm, go all the way up there, and then run around. Is there any iron in here? No, I took it all out. But yeah, so in the end, I was just like, you know what, I'll make a bridge. It won't take me that long. And I more than had the resources. Now that did take me a little bit of time. I basically looked up a tutorial, and it's like, I don't even know whether I looked up. I think, yeah, I looked up a tutorial. I think I just looked up mob farm, and now the only problem is these, like these people at the NPCs for the Craftymon add-on spawn up there too. It can basically spawn almost anything. And I was like, I just had like a normal water thing, and it's like, okay, no, this is almost like I'm almost drowning from doing this. So in the end, I was like, you know what, I'll just make a couple quick things, like magma, soil sand. I basically was lucky enough to find them somewhere under the ocean. I can't remember exactly where, but I did. And it's almost full from me doing some bare minimum. But like, there's some copper stuff in here. There is a bunch of stuff in here which will need to be emptied. It gets me spider eyes, which is also useful, which is another reason why I'm not too fussed. Also, guys, I basically slightly changed how the design worked. Like, the smooth stone all the way up is the design that I copied. This was just a case of I wanted a nicer way up and down, and to you know, water elevators are cool. And then it's like, okay, what if I do ever get an elytra? Because I probably won't carry on craft one even after I get the other thing for at least a little while. If I do get like an elytra because I fight the other dragon, or if I find a way to, you know, otherwise fly, I want to be able to get up here and sort of not need to essentially go fly all the way over, or like I'm flying back and just be like, oh, I need to go all the way down just to come all the way up, or I just need to mine. So I just put a couple gates around. I wanted it to be safe. Like I say, guys, I've kind of been busy with the one thing that I didn't necessarily need to be. Also, guys, sorry there's not been no Monster Hunter this week. And I'm recording this typically when I would be recording Monster Hunter. It's just a case of I literally double checked the last couple of videos, and they were both grinding based. And yeah, I'm not going to continue doing grinding based videos if it's just going to be a case of they're going to underperform. So I'm going to do a good bit of grinding off screen, like guys, throughout this week. I should have. I'm not going to say I am, because I've been saying that. I said that like last week I would. So I'm going to do a good bit of grinding this week, hopefully. And yeah, also guys, as long as I didn't forget, how do you know a new series? And if for some reason I did forget, guys, because I was basically time recording. The last week I saw a thing that was on sale on the Minecraft store. It was this Dragon's add-on thing, no, Dragon World thing. I'm basically going to do a series right now for a little while, basically to still give additional content, then so I don't feel as bad for basically going, hey guys, so at the minute you're basically just getting one video per week, which guys is still a decent bit. Like, one video per week is still decent. Like, I know some YouTubers who upload like once a month. Although I do also know some YouTubers also upload once a month that also upload on like 3 other channels at least twice a week. But guys, most of some YouTubers also have editors. I don't. But yes, today we're going to be trying to finish off the enchantment room. And something I have realised is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, I could do it 6 by 6. But oh no, yeah, I'm gonna have to do it 6 by 6. Also, guys, I did chuck some coal in both of these, but again, I have been smelting a lot. Do actually have a decent bit of iron, and it's not a problem, but I was down to, I think, that, but then I did spend a decent bit of time at the iron farm, but again, I have gone through a decent bit. Which does mean which does actually mean I probably don't need as much as I thought I did. Why I made a spare axe. So I was like, okay, I'll make them, and it's like, okay, why do I still have... Okay, so I just need to make my sword, but why do I on the hill still have, like, 4 iron left? No, 3 iron left. And it's like, oh, because I made a hoe instead. Now, guys, are you ever going to see these stone bricks? No. Am I doing this because I personally want it to look nice? 100%. But I'm hoping I have enough birch. Also, guys, before I can actually start working on... Oh, okay. No, I don't. Never mind. I was like, I still have to stack in my inventory. It's like, no. That was 18. Before I can start working on my lab, I need to basically build my nether portal room. Um... What I will basically do is build a rough thing. Basically, I'm gonna want some lava around it, like with glass. I just don't know where. I'm not gonna go full on build the room, but what I will do is in between episodes, potentially. So, guys, we've got a decent bit of wood. This is now cleared out. I am 100% gonna have to find something to do with that, because... No, I didn't show it in last episode. This is something I've also done in between. Basically, it's like, I want a easier way up and down. Like... So, because of that, there is a literal hole that you can see through, and potentially could throw an end of pearl through. But if I was going to worry about holes and being able to get into my base from them, I think that would kind of take priority, be the more important one. Now, once I've basically put all this down, I will then go and do the stone brick in the other 2 rooms. Okay, so I just need to go and cut down, what, 2 more trees? All honestly, guys, I thought 43 would have been enough. Oh, I did. I got one, didn't I? Dear. Like, and I remember, like, turning up with, like through Legends EA. Guys, my team through Legends EA, I've used 3 of the members that I predicted I was going to use. I also ended up doing the thing I also predicted I was going to do. Because, guys, when it first came out, when I first saw the starters, it's like, I'm not keen on any of them. Meganium. I don't dish-8 for Alligator, it's just, I'm not the biggest fan of its Mega Revolution. The hood should stay up. To me, it just looks kind of derpy, although, we'll see. Happy to have, a dragon select Mega Starters, because, got Mega Sceptile, Grass Dragon, Mega Charizard X, Fire Dragon, Mega for Alligator, Water Dragon. I was happy to, have that. I also do not remember getting Oak Leaves. But yeah, so I was happy to get them. But it's like, I don't just hate, Meganium's line, but it becomes Fairy and, well, I'm going to be using Mega Gardevoir. I've never really had a proper chance to use it, because it kind of gets overshadowed in... I don't get a proper chance to use it in X and Y, because they lock it behind post-game. Didn't get a proper chance to use it in Auras, because almost always both that and the Latias kind of, counteract each other, because it's like, one's attack at Dragon, one's attack at Fairy. Like, it's the reason why I've used things like Mega Mawile, because it's like, I want to use Latias. And because of reasons like that, I, was like, okay, not going to. Plus, I do like change my team up every so often. There's just usually a few members that I'm like, yes. Now, what colour do I want in this room? Yeah, let's let some stay. I'm literally just going to move the torches to here, just so it has a bit of light to cross over. Also, guys, I was not going to give up essentially a gift Pokemon. Now, what colour do I want it? Like, part of me is like, do I go full birch? But, like, I do kind of want to still stick with the wood interior. Honestly, I don't hate Acacia. Okay, no, I know what I'm going to go for. I'm going to go for like an old sort of library style. I'm going to use acacia, but I'm going to use acacia logs. But before I do go and get some, I will sleep. I will then go and do the outer rim of stone bricks. I will then basically go and spend a little bit of time. Did you use any health? Hey, yes, you lost a tiny bit. It's an enchanted version one. That's kind of cool. But yeah, so guys, what I will do is I will go and spend like 20 minutes, half an hour. Because trust me, when I turn around and say this, if I record that 20, 30 minutes worth of half an hour, it's not gonna get put in. But I'll go and record that and basically, you know, of me getting like the acacia. Or at least thinking. Like what I'd want. Because like room wise, I mean, I'll also need to make a new axe. Mm. That path will basically get redone at some point too. Um, I kind of prefer jungle. I kind of think it looks a bit more nicer and a bit more, you know, nice. But I also, no, I'm gonna go with jungle. Right, guys, I'll be back as soon as I go and get a couple stacks of jungle. The rest of the stone is smelted, and as soon as I've transferred the rest of outlet, but I'll be back in about as soon as I've done that. We're back, and I'm in the cow pen for a reason, and I've been busy. Basically, I went and cut down all the sugarcane, got a, not all of them because I still want a couple of dog, like grown cows that I can still breed. Plus, I do need to wait for the babies to grow up, but there's a handful of them in there anyway. And I'll basically hope. I don't see why I wouldn't have enough sugarcane for paper. But I'm gonna make at least a couple stacks. And I also have over 3 stacks of jungle wood. Also, guys, I forgot I left a dog in here. Like, here's the literal other dogs. Come on. Like, literally, all the other dogs in there sleeping. Also, guys, this happens to be one of my roommates, who for some reason likes to share my double. And there's another one that sometimes also likes nicking the other bed. Like, I completely forgot. I have a few dogs. I was like, surely I have more than 3, and it's like, yes, I do. Now, first things first. That gets me about 3 stacks, which should be enough. Hopefully, should be enough. That was 31 works. Not too bad. Like I say, guys, what I am going to do is I'm going to see how much of this jungle wood I do use. Because, yes, it'd be the easiest thing in the world to basically just go and be like, just going to use it. But I don't fancy getting more down. Although, we'll see. Sorry about that, guys. We'll see. It didn't take me as long as I thought it would. But, like, I'm going to do double the halves. Also does mean this room is now going to be darker than the thing because I had the dirt there just to basically be like, okay, this is where everything needs to be. But like I say, next episode we will be fully doing this room. I'll be making the another portal room. I'm thinking a couple like essential like long strikes that like essentially a couple rows sort of like up with like lava and glass and like some nether stuff just sort of like looks like it's coming out the portal. That's what I'm thinking. Well, like who knows? For the rest of the stone brick, I'm just gonna chuck it in there because I do not need none of it right now. Oh yeah, I also didn't get rid of this. I thought I did. Now, I'm undecided whether I am full on gonna do the front. I literally had to think and be like, what's the word I'm looking for? And it said, yeah, no, it's the front. Again, undecided whether I am. I might just do like that. Um, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And just leave it as like a nice 3 design, and or even just have like glass. I don't know yet. I'm gonna put lights in the 4 corners for now. But like I say, I've been using lanterns. I'm also gonna need another axe. Like I say, guys, I like no, like this had the glass, which perfectly lights up this room. I did the 8 lanterns in here, which perfectly lights. And I'd say, how the hell did you get up in here? It's like, oh yeah, darkness. Guys, when I say this, I've seen bats spawn in here. Which is not something I want to be seeing, actually. I'd prefer not seeing bats spawn in my base. But, then again, if they want to, I'm not going to object. Also, guys, getting iron's not been that much of a problem. Alright. I'm doing the corners, at least these two, like the back two, just because I'm not going to be able to see them. Like, basically, guys, a lot of this is a case of, I'm not going to see it, so why not just put cobblestone or something? Like, save resources. I'd rather get more, plus the wood's not too much of a pain in the ass to get. Every time. Plus, guys, I do really think this looks nice. I am going to need to do another layer. Which does mean I am going to need more jungle wood, which isn't the worst thing. Like I said, guys, it's not that bad of an or annoyance just to basically be like, I need to go mine one more jungle tree. Because the rest of that wood I can literally just be like, alright, okay, turn into this. One, two, three. Now, guys, I'm 99% sure that I only, like, will be 3 and I want a block above it. So I only need it to be about 4 high. Which does mean I did dig 1 high additional for no reason. And I will be chucking a dirt layer over the top of it. Because all I'm going to basically be doing is doing a stone slab. Because I want this to look like a nice little garden center, and then like your garden area, then you walk into like this enchanted sort of area. Is it gonna look like that? No, it 100% won't. But a tiger can hope. Actually, me thinking, oh, I'm gonna need to, chuck some more onto smelt. Like, I'm gonna need some food. Yeah, the 47 state gonna say otherwise. But yeah, so I need another layer, then I just need 1 layer of dirt. And guys, I wouldn't be that fussed if you couldn't just look straight in. But like I say, my inventory at the minute is a mess. I'm not gonna ask how you got up there. Alright guys, I will say, this would be so much more a pain in the ass if I didn't have my mob farm. And if I didn't have my iron farm. Like, honestly, I honestly do recommend having a way to get bones. Because bone meal is more useful than I would have thought. Like, guys, I've made several things to basically just make my life so much easier, and they've helped. The iron farm was made because I wanted additional supplies of iron, and I didn't fancy going mining. The tree farm was made because I needed a easier access to wood in more of an abundance, and there were some ones I didn't even have access to that I want access to. So, guys, that did not take me as long as I thought it was. I thought that was going to take me like 10 minutes. No, it really didn't. But I should have enough wood between both to somewhat get the nether portal up and running. Not nether portal. The enchantment room up and running. But before I get to any of that, 1, 2, 3. Guys, I know what I would do. I would 100% just be like, yeah, that's just normal. And be like, why is the room not normal? Oh yeah, because I was an idiot. But we're only needing to the ceiling. Which, unlike most, won't take that long. Are you kidding me? Um... Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it again. Actually, not that it does make a difference. I kind of want to see what this looks like in light. I mean, to be fair, it does kind of look nicer. But again, not going to change the whole room for one block. To be fair, it wouldn't be what I was thinking about. But no, getting off topic. No. Guys, while I 100% could have just chucked anything around here, dirt in this case is just going to work out for my favour. That literally did take me a full stack. Now, guys, pro of having a few villagers live in your house. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's going to be slightly lopsided. Now, guys, what I will do is just because no one needs to see me basically putting a stone slab over this, and, you know, not necessarily finishing all this. But again, mainly because I know for a fact I'm not going to, but like again, it'll all be done before next episode. But what I do need are 2 buckets, which And then I need... Where did I put the obsidian for my nether portal? There. And yet I'm being awkward for the sake of being awkward. Guys, I like how the fact of this was part of another villager house, and then, you know, just a ginormous empty cave. Now it's... I promise I'm not trapped in random things down my basement. Every time. I saw something down here. Losing the plot. I mean, to be fair, I say I need to move where the... Where's my... Ah, there it is. I say, I'm thinking I'm just gonna have to put it somewhere different. No, no, I'm not. And have like a warped sort of look. But I don't really fancy spending that long trying to get to stuff. Now, is this going to be a waste of levels? 100%. Am I going to try and see if I can get something decent? Yes. Do I have a grindstone? No, I do not. What do I need for one? Wood, slab, sticks. Right. Okay. And that... I was about to say, in that case... About to say, hold on, wait a minute, I wouldn't need 3 just to make one slab. And it's like, no, I've got a stone color. I can just do it one by one. I'm also running low on coal because I've got like these 7 pieces left in there, which I'm gonna chuck in. I've chucked over a stack, like I've chucked a stack into here, and then the coal that I did chuck into there that I've also put some into there from, I got from mining in there. Villagers are annoying. Like guys, they have out. My bad. Like they have no concept of opening doors. Literally, guys, they remind me of the people that's like you have a friend that comes over and it just decides to, you know, be a dick and just open all your doors. And this is why I like stone colors. I want 2 stone slabs? Sure. Have a fair way. Oh, I only needed 1. Oh well, I'll have a 3 spare. Like, it's one thing if I'm leaving my doors open, it's another if they're doing it. Where to put them? I mean, I was going to shock about Sender Chest. I mean, do I have room in here? I mean, I do, but it's going to be kind... actually. I don't mind the odd thing in here, but, like, it's just a case of... Like, I plan to do Ender Chest and Shulker Box for, like, those 2 last spots. But those requirement control Nether. And I kind of want to keep that backwards free, just in case I need to put a couple more chests. which is kind of the same from here, but I kind of like the fact that it's not cluttered. Plus, I can do like three double chests on both sides, which is a win. Now I need. We'll take 3 because I will need 3 because I'm doing a level 3. It feels nice not be eating potatoes, carrots, and wheat. I forgot the lapis. If I get smite and looting, then I'll keep it. I'd prefer sharpness, but you know. Might have used way too many levels. But guys, for what the room is, and it'll get finished in between episodes. Like, I'll have the room fully up, functioning, and potentially full on like enchanted able between episodes. I'll have the stone slabs all the way up in between episodes. I'll fill this tree block gap in between episodes. But like I say, for a miniature little room, it's nice. Other than that, I can't think of anything else. Like I said, guys, also, if you are new around here, please like, subscribe. I didn't say earlier on, but I never do remember. And it just lets YouTube know that you like my videos and you want to be recommended them. And but I will say, guys, my base went from this tiny little hut, which still proud of, to that. Like, if someone turned around and said, "Hey, you've basically got to get rid of one part of your base, your hut thing that's connected up to this big thing, or this massive big thing," unfortunately, I would probably have to choose the hut. Told you, bats. Oh, no, sorry, bat. It's just, this is like this is just so good. Also, I know roughly and where the end of that sort of area generally is, because I accidentally dug up to it. And it was right around here. Like, you dig that, you look straight in. Which does kind of mean I do still have a good bit of room. And even then, I could, you know, mountain this up a tiny bit. Like I say, it'd probably be a few more rooms I built down there. And I potentially would just build one giant room just to end the corridor. Because, honestly, I went from basically enjoying Craftymon because I wanted to get back into doing Minecraft YouTube, to being like, okay, this is good, to now full on being back to how I was with Quest for a good while, which I'll take. Because, guys, for a good while with Quest, I was sort of like, okay, guys, this entire was back with Quest, all that, blah, 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 blah. It's the end of the episode, blah, blah, blah. But, like, I also remember all the good times I had in Quest, and I remember them all. Which is the reason I won't go back. Other than the point of to basically just sort of say, Happy Christmas, Merry New Year, and all that lot. Because, guys, did I know 100% when I made the Christmas video that that Christmas video was not necessarily made for new fans. It was 100% made for people who have seen the old Quest videos, who would potentially want them to come back. And who knows? I'm not gonna full on say Craftymon is the new Quest. 100% not saying it. But I'm kind of happy for it to be. Like, so much I've recently, like, honestly, would I've turned around and said, yeah, I 100% want my house to be made out of cherry wood, cobblestone, and, you know, dark oak doors and acacia windows. No, I 100% would have said it was psychotic. But I like it, which is the important bit. Plus, it really does kind of just stand out to be that one building around here that's just like, um. Also, guys, let me know in the comment section below whether you'd want me to spend like an episode basically just cherryifying this whole area, and just making a cherry village. And literally by that I do mean replacing all the wood with either cherry logs, cherry planks, or cherry stairs. Like basically just using cherry wood to essentially redecorate the whole thing. And I do not mean by that by changing everything to look more like this. I do want full of meats, take the house right behind me, keep the cobblestone, change the wood to cherry, and like that would basically be that. And like changing doors or lot. Excuse me, sir, I'm the only one who's allowed to stand up near. And I have to clean these windows. Yeah, they're starting to become dirty. But yeah, guys, so I hope you have enjoyed. If you're new around here, please, again, like, subscribe, comment. It all helps. And I'll see you next time. And let me know what you thought of the new video. Again, time recorded, not recorded. Yep, that'll be getting recorded. Because, guys, basically, I'm recording this on Sunday. Quickly mention now. So just under a week beforehand. Like I say, typically when I would record Monster Hunter. Also, guys, I'll mention would have mentioned it earlier on in the week. But sorry, there was no stream last Friday. I was out, and last Saturday wasn't feeling 100%. But for this week, the stream should be Saturday. I know for a fact that I'm not in Friday. I was told a week in advance for once, compared to 2 hours beforehand. Because guys, even if I did record this a few days before, like a day beforehand, I still wouldn't have been able to let you know in the video. I wouldn't have had time because I found out a few hours beforehand. So, thank Driver Scotty for having, like, guys, the amount of times that I've wanted to turn around and be like, you dumbass, you've had time to message. But I can't be that annoyed. Yeah, I was able to go and see How to Train Your Dragon 2, the live action How to Train Your Dragon because of him. And guys, by that I don't mean he paid for me to go and watch it. I do honestly mean he drove me to the cinema to watch it. But like I say, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.